Once upon a time, there were two boys. Shit happened and stuff took place. Now those boys are men, and they can't afford a therapist. So, together, on this podcast, they will air out what nobody talks about. Shit's gonna get weird, and you are going to judge. This is the Shakey and Jakey Get Judged show.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
No, I'm not.
You're gonna enjoy this episode so much.
I've never had someone tell me you're gonna enjoy this, and then I've turned around and enjoyed it.
If you know, you know. I assume we rolled right into recording and just
of course
going with it.
Yeah. Oh,
oof.
Yeah. Did you eat something?
I don't know what I did. Not sure what happened, but I'm walking around with a spray.
Oh.
I'll just say that of how good I am right now. Where's 3D when you need him? Literally, it feels like there's somebody pushing right on the middle of my stomach.
Ugh.
You know that tightness and
yeah.
It's the color of IKEA furniture today.
I don't.
It's like that. It's really white, like light brown, soft. Yeah. It's got no discernible shape other than sausage. Anyways, good morning. How are you?
Top of the morning to you.
You sound like you had some bevies yesterday.
No.
Dude, you posted a picture saying booze and food.
Yeah, like a glass of wine. A glass of wine.
That's you're old.
Yeah,
you're old.
Yeah. It was the size of a jug.
What did you just call me? I am a Matess man, sir.
I'm a Matess.
Don't need to throw racial slurs that only affect some of me.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not a good morning. My ears hurt.
Yeah.
Whatever's happening inside me.
Oh, that is that's pressure. I'm going to go with pressure.
Dude, I don't know what it is, but it is violent.
I mean, I'm not a doctor, but...
I'm not a dog.
I'm not a dog or a doctor.
I'm identifying as a porcupine today. Anyways, you're not a doctor.
Yeah, but I would go with something's pressure because your ears are...
No, it's like a pain. I don't know. It's like I was doing the the massage gun the other night, and I was doing it on my calf, on my
ray gun
calf. Yeah, the ray gun, and I was doing it on the outside of my calf, and like I hit something, and like there was a pain in a chest muscle, like not an internal chest thing, a chest muscle. I was like, what the fuck?
An external chest muscle?
Well, not an internal, like not inside my chest cavity, but on the outer regions.
Like
of
around the middle
chest.
of your ribs. Got it.
No. Like
I'm not a doctor,
pecker. You're not a dog either. I'm a porcupine. Yeah. So it was, and then I did it on the other side and same thing. So I don't know, nerves obviously, but I don't know how we got here.
Oh, well, I wish you felt better.
No, you don't. You enjoy when I'm struggling because it makes for good comedy.
Well, we don't usually record this early. Right? This is a little earlier than we normally record, and we're not at Coachella, and I know that upsets both of us.
I'm upset that you know Coachella this weekend. I know you're just like, man, I could be hanging out with Billie Eilish.
Dude, the only reason I know Coachella is on is because all the horror outfits suddenly fill my logarithm on Instagram.
Horror.
Guys. Okay, sure.
Oh, we killed another one.
Yeah.
So you're upset that we're not up?
No, I love the fee. I don't even know if they play music there anymore. Do they? Do people just go there?
Just cool people hanging out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like Burning Man.
Yeah. Which is funny. People don't know the Burning Man start. It was actually a racial lynching. I think that people need to check Wikipedia about where Burning Man came from. I was like, oh my God, it's like the best. It is not the best. It is a very dark history.
Started terribly. I'm glad they pulled it out. I'm glad they fixed it, but still bad roots.
Bad roots. Oh, I see what you did.
Great movie too.
Kincaid.
Yeah. Ooh, nice. That was a good one.
You like that? Yeah. I still can't believe the same guy, Kunta Kinte, Reading Rainbow, Star Trek. Like, what a fucking 6 degrees of separation. Like, you always talk about the Kevin Bacon. Let's talk about the connection of LeVar Burton, the Kunta Kinte, Reading Rainbow, and Star Trek. And then further on, Big Bang Theory. So he's really touched everything.
Was he in Big Bang Theory?
Yeah, he was a guest. He was like an anti-guest a few times. Like Sheldon was like, "Oh my God, it's LeVar Burton," and like he'd just get mad every time, and like Sheldon wouldn't pay him. It was like because of Will Wheaton, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Will Wheaton was Sheldon's nemesis.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't know if I'm more sad that you know it's Coachella or I know that much about fucking the Big Bang Theory. LeVar Burton specifically. I mean, I'm diverse, but
yeah, diverse.
Burning Man, racism. Gotcha.
Yeah,
it has been taken over by predominantly white people.
All of them. Especially at the end when there's none left. Yeah. If you know, you know. Burning Man.
Oh, my stomach. Oh.
That's not good.
Oh, pardon me.
It's not good.
I'm going full Bert Kreischer here today. By the way, fuck you, Bert and Tom. Every fucking tag them. Everything we fucking do, tag them. I think it would be a good.
They're gonna talk about Coachella.
Oh, I swear to fuck! If they talk about Coachella or the fights, I will freak out.
I think they're at the fights.
Of course they fucking were. They're rich.
Yeah,
we wouldn't go because we couldn't get a good enough deal.
Yeah, you know what? It was good fights.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk. You get into it.
Oh, I was watching fights at 2 p.m. yesterday because the early prelims, they were playing a bunch of shit early, like old fights. And then they had the early prelims. The first early prelim was Davison Figueroa against fucking Cody Garbrandt. That was the first fight of the early prelims.
Yeah.
2 ex-champs. Like, and fucking
that's pretty good.
Figueroa fucking slept him. He fucking choked him out. So everyone was talking about the best cards in history, and I don't think you can. I mean, it's funny because like people talk about it, like, oh, like what did you think of this card? I'm like, I honestly, at one point or another, have seen every UFC pay-per-view. Yeah, all 300. I've seen them.
Yeah.
So like, you can't be like
on this a card list.
I've watched every one of them.
Yeah.
Because we now, thanks to Chill TV, have all of them.
Yes.
But anyways, as far as cards go, like it was the most stacked card by far. By far. Maybe not every fight that everybody wanted, but it was. There wasn't a bad.
All the fights they're going to have, they're all the next 2. Next 3
I know.
UFCs.
Yeah, like the next ones are going to be Chandler and McGregor and who else is
do you see that Diaz and I can never pronounce his name. Fuck's his name? His nemesis. They're fighting in June.
Yes.
Nate Diaz and Mazanamov.
What? What?
My friend. Masvidal.
They're boxing.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think of that?
Who you cheering for? I mean, neither of them are boxers. So I don't know. Like,
it's gonna be very neat.
like, I mean, I watched Diaz fought Paul, and it was terrible.
Yeah.
Masvidal fought. Who did he fight in boxing? Fought somebody. It was terrible. Like, it's just.
Did he fight someone in boxing?
Yeah, he did. Because he opened up Game Bred Boxing and Game Bred Bare Knuckle.
Oh,
right?
That's right. That's right.
I'm all for fights. Like, I can't, and we've talked about it. I can't sit here and ever criticize professional fighters because they're
Make
doing
money
their
on.
thing.
Yeah.
So, like, good on them. But I don't know, man. There's some things people want to see, and there's some things people don't want to see.
Yeah.
I personally don't want to see fucking those two box, but
well, they just had one of their press conferences in Vegas. And my friend was part of it.
Yeah,
and it was a shit show, like an absolute shit show. It's like two gangsters with no ability to promote themselves.
Well, no, and like, I mean, I don't think Nate Diaz should be out in the street by himself.
Yeah,
like,
I don't think he ever is. He's always got people with him.
Why? That's because he's mildly retarded. Like,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure. Like, and I love the War Diaz. Like, they're two of my favorite guys. But like, as you get older and watch the fights, well, how come they weren't the champs?
Yeah,
if they're that good, you know what I mean? Like, there's. Again, not going to be critical because I can't fight. So good for them. But, I mean, I don't think they've either reached the peak of what they were capable of.
No?
I don't think so.
You think they got the peak coming?
No, the peak is past them by. They're both pushing 40. Like, I love that we both realized we weren't doing any movements at once. And now we're hitting them all. Okay, we got to do this one and this one. That one's my favorite. I'm going to do this guy. Let me scroll down. Hey, what's up? No, wait for it. Come on, no one's looking. So yeah, Diaz and Masvidal. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to 300. Prelims were amazing. Kayla Harrison is a man.
Yes, I saw pictures. I didn't see the fight.
Her back. Sheila Joe Rogan said it best. He's like, her back looks like Vitor Belfort. I know he wasn't talking about non-juiced Vitor.
Yeah.
Because she usually fights at 145. And she cut down to 135, made the weight very gaunt. But she has taken all the trend, she has taken all the test, and she has taken all of it.
Yeah, she's a large. I don't know. Like they do testing, don't they?
This is my favorite part when everyone's like, hey, but they say it's illegal. Oh, you sweet innocent thing. Yeah. Come over here and hold on to this while I put you in a closet. Yeah, they do testing, but testing is usually in a time frame, right? So it just depends. It's like pro bodybuilding. Everyone's like, oh my God, like the testing's so strict. Yeah. 2 weeks out.
Yeah. I got really big up till 2 weeks ago.
Well, the thing is, once you've hit that peak, you stay, right? Like, you just maintain. You don't lose your gains in 2 weeks.
No?
So, no.
Oh.
True story. So anyways, Kayla Harrison beat the piss out of Holly Holm.
Yeah.
The fights were good. I don't think there was a very there wasn't any real bad fights. Aljamain Sterling fucking wrestle fucked Calvin Kattar, and then Bo Nickel wrestle fucked Cody Brundage. Like, I hate Bo Nickel. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. He's got the personality of a fucking pillow. But again, not going to criticize his fighting because he's in there doing it. Did you watch them or were you out and about?
No, I was out and about. I mean, I saw some of the highlights after, but I obviously saw the last fight. I mean, they almost replayed the whole thing, so
it wasn't very long.
No.
So yeah, I honestly think the fight everyone's talking about today is Max Holloway and Justin Gaethje.
Yeah.
Pretty much the craziest. Like, I don't know. Like, from start to finish, that fight was fucking amazing, and it was like Justin Gaethje kept dropping his head, and like Max kept throwing this spin kick, and he hit him with it at the end of round 1 and shattered his nose. Like, Gaethje has this weird style where he covers his head and pulls his, like, just hopes he doesn't get hit. And ducks.
I feel like I'm not a coach either, but
well, right. Maybe stop doing that. It's telegraphed.
Yeah.
And Max hit him with it a few times, and it was a great fight. But like, what everybody's going to talk about is the last 10 seconds of this fucking fight. Holloway's up. If he's not up 4-0, he's up 3-1. And it's the 5th round. 10 seconds left. Clearly winning the fight. All you have to do is back up and fucking play to the crowd, right? Like, just be a gangster and like fucking. No, what does he do? He fucking points in the middle of the fucking ring onto the.
That's me. Yeah.
He goes, "Let's go," and like did it twice, and Gaethje fucking engaged, and they just went, and it was like, it was phone booth fighting. It was old school boxing. It was like fucking Hearns and Hagler. Like, they fucking were toe to toe. If you look at their feet, which I didn't, I guarantee it was outside inside. Like, I guarantee they were just standing there and like fucking going. And like, sure as shit, 4:59 of the 5th round, Holloway hits him with a fucking short right hook and face plants him.
That was the end.
It was amazing. Because I was like, hey, the fight's over, and I went for a walk, and I heard him go, he did what? I turned around and I saw him point at the ground again, and then they just went, and then fucking boom. It was wild. Wild.
It was definitely the fight. Was it labeled the fight of the night?
They got fight of the night, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Max took home 600 in bonuses last night.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it was pretty wild. Like, it was, and everyone was like counting Holloway out because he's a 145er. Well, he just beat the number fucking 2 ranked fucking lightweight in the world.
Yeah.
Like, quite heavily. Like, beat him from pillar to post, to coin a wrestling phrase.
Nice.
But yeah, it was good. It's good. It was, and then the women's strawweight championship was 2 Chinese women against each other, and like a great fight. But how do you follow the fucking bad motherfucker title fight?
With the robot.
I'm gonna distract you. So it was a very technical fight. At the end of the first round, I don't know if you saw the highlights, but Zhang Wei, the champ, choked the chick out. She had her fucking out. She was out.
Choked the chicken.
Yeah, she just
got it. Just started
she grabbed Dana's cock and just started
like,
fucking jerking it.
I want another fight.
Yeah, like stuck her little Chinese hands in between the fence like she was trying to get food from the fucking government, if you know what I mean. And was jerking Uncle Dana off. But no, she put her out. Like, she 15 seconds she had her in her rear naked, and like the clock went out and she didn't tap. So when the ref goes to fucking break him up, the chick was out. But it was after the bell. So it was like, oh, she just stood up and she's like, oh, okay, I'm going to keep going. And like went for 4 more rounds. So you gotta shout out to the challenger.
Yeah.
But like, they were talking, they're like, well, getting knocked out, getting choked out's different. Getting Joe Rogan's like, yeah, getting choked out's kind of like a hose. You just bend it and then you open it back up and the blood flows again. It's like, that's a pretty good analogy.
Yeah. He's smart sometimes.
Have you ever been choked out?
No, Nobody's choked me out. I've choked people out. I have not been choked out.
Are we admitting to things here? Like, what's happening?
Actually, there was a time in my life where my best friend and I thought we were going to fight. And when he gets drunk, he was always like, because in high school, he was tough. He was one of the tougher guys in town. And then I was not. But when we got older, I became a little bit bigger. And he would get drunk and be like, it's time to go. Let's drop the gloves. And I would just wrap him up and choke him out until he passed out, lay him on the bar, on the bar floor until he wakes up. Probably not safe. I'm not a doctor.
No, you may have. Doesn't he have like severe emotional issues though?
Yes,
like,
he does. Yep, he does. Yeah, I might have done that. I might have done that.
Did you ever play the game where you'd like hyperventilate and then push on your throat?
Yeah, absolutely.
Blackout. That was fucked up. Like, what kind of game was that?
You know what?
Who thought that up?
Atari. It's like, hey, do I want to go pass out or play Atari? Maybe Atari.
Yeah, I had Atari, but I still did the pass out. But the best part is you always had to go into like the darkest part of your basement to play the game.
Because you were ashamed.
That's how we. Yeah, you're like, I'm about to go do some fucking stupid. I'm gonna go do it in the corner. No one can see me. But I remember playing it. My buddy dropped and like split his head open, and I was like, "It's no good.
It's not good."
Yeah, we just stood there. Me and my buddy just stood there and looking at him. And he was like bleeding all over my floor, and all I can think of was like, "How am I gonna clean that up?"
Yeah.
Wasn't like, is he okay?
Yeah. Bye, friend.
But I've been choked out a lot training with buddies. It's funny how fast it happens because you think you're good. Like you're like, it's not deep. It's not deep.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're like, what happened? Why am I? Why is that inside me?
Yeah. I know that. I'm not a doctor, but
I know that feeling, and I don't think this is how you wake me up. This is how you help me kick heroin. Yes.
Oh yeah.
If anyone's seen Rush, they'll know that reference. Remember that movie? It
was great.
Jason Patrick. 1992, I want to say.
Ooh.
Undercover cops, bikers.
Ooh.
Yeah. Choked out. Been there.
Yeah. I've never been choked. I've been knocked out, but not choked out.
Oh, me too.
Yes. That's why we have emotional problems.
I have emotional problems because I was molested and abandoned. I've done a ton of drugs, head injuries, been choked out.
I've been knocked out while being molested.
Yeah, right. I like it when you shit on it.
What do you look like? I don't know. I was knocked out.
I have no idea. He fucking beat me about the face with it, put it inside me, and then hit me. What's the safe word? Meatloaf. Why? Because I'd do anything for love, but I won't do that.
Yeah.
I saw that. That's a meme. I never made that one out, but I saw it.
That's a good one.
I saw
that's
it
always a good
one. So the main event.
Yeah.
Alex Pereira and Jamal Sweet Dreams Hill. Phenomenal. Yeah. Okay, so the most gangster part of that, it was a good, because Jamal Hill talks so much shit. And so, like, one of Poatan, that's Alex Pereira's, like, fate. The joke is he looks like one of those stoneheads from whatever country that is.
Easter Island.
Yeah. He looks like one of them, right? So it's a big joke. And so Jamal Hill had one on a chain and came out and held it in front of his face at the weigh-ins and then smashed it. And he's like talking mad shit. He's like, everyone fucking watch what I do to him. Just watch what I do to him. I never lost the title. I beat his coach. Okay, Glover Teixeira was 43 years old when you beat him up, and he wasn't a good striker. He went on the most unbelievable run to win the light heavyweight title in his 40s. Never should have. He was a gatekeeper for years, but he won. So good for him. That says more about the division than it does about him. Not that he isn't amazing, because again, we don't do that.
Yeah.
So Hill talks this shit, and he gets in the cage and he's mean mugging. He looks like he's like standing out watching fucking Poatan's fucking walk in, like trying to like alpha him.
Yeah.
And they get in the cage, and like they're doing some check kicks, and And he didn't look right. Like he didn't look, you know what I mean? Like he looked too confident.
Yeah.
And he's doing these check kicks and they're trying to find range. And like all of a sudden you can see fucking Alex kind of change his fucking rhythm. And he's like, usually it takes 2 or 3 rounds to catch somebody's rhythm. Yeah. But he caught it. You could see he caught it. And fucking Hill throws a kick. Hill throws a kick and it kind of grazes his fucking cup. Right? He caught it with his arms and it kind of grazed his legs. And the ref comes in to fucking say something and Poetan puts his hand on the ref's chest and says, "Get back." If you watch it, it's the most gangster fucking thing I've ever seen. And then 2 punches later hits him with a fucking left hook and he's out. He's out as soon as he hit him. His eyes rolled back and they rolled back. And as he was going down, they came back. And then he got on top of him and fist fucked him in the face. He did. And it was amazing. And everyone's like, and then he just got up and he did like this meme thing on him. It was gangster. Sorry.
No, that was good.
It was exciting. I was like, because, I geek out, right? And I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
Do you have anything do you have anything you'd like to talk about?
No, I think we're done. That was good. That was great.
Good episode. Okay, bye. Oh, I wiped forward for sure. I just smelled my butt on my balls. That's not good.
Just as you're doing that.
Right? What? Did you smell?
Are you watching the Masters?
Not right now.
Did you? Well, you know what's going on. Like not right now. You're not watching it.
I'm watching the Masters. You like the picture of my dog watching the Masters. Of course, I'm watching the Masters. Yeah, she did. She did. She did. What?
Tiger Woods is fucking. If no one says Tiger Woods isn't the GOAT in golf, that's crazy.
He's the GOAT. He's
24 cuts made. And he was supposed to be dead, and his career is supposed to be over twice. Not like over.
The dude's 49 and he's beat to piss. He's been golfing since he was 2. Like,
yeah,
he's the GOAT and he looks good. Like he's just, and what everybody doesn't, they talk about, Jack Nicklaus and Arnold Palmer. Okay. Like those guys were amazing. And like, they're fucking, so above everybody else, but they weren't playing against what Tiger's playing against.
No.
It's like every generation gets better, and like everyone talks about, Gretzky wouldn't make it in today's game. No, he fucking wouldn't, because he didn't play today's game. Jack Nicholson probably wouldn't make the fucking cut of half the fucking PGA tours.
No,
like he just wouldn't.
Courses are tougher too.
They're too fucking long, and like there's a reason fucking Arnold Palmer and Jack Nicklaus and Greg Norman and fucking Seve Ballesteros and all those guys went into golf course design.
Yeah.
They went into golf course design to make it harder.
Because they're evil.
And to make money. Like, like guys were getting too good. Like you can only play a fucking 400-yard par 5 60 times. Like guys are driving the green.
Yeah. So, well, that's the problem, right?
Like I think you're absolutely right. You completely hit it on the nail on the head. Like he's the GOAT.
Yeah. And I think I like his demeanor is just so much more calm now. Like he's the guy with mic'd up. Like just mic him up.
Oh, for sure. And like listen to what he has to say and who he talks to. Like, I mean, he's 48, 49 years old. He played under lights that no one's ever been under and no one ever will be again, because nobody will ever follow an athlete in golf like they followed Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
You look at guys. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna say that I see on Instagram all the time. They like pros. Oh, look at us.
We do that once in a while. It's fucking. There's wild. Anyone who's not listening and doesn't know us, we haven't talked a lot lately. We've both been very busy, but it's freaky how we connect.
We're like docking. Is what.
Why? In my head, I had you under my desk, but that'll work. And you're looking up at me so happy.
I always start there.
I'm so happy this is happening right now, even though it tastes like vinegar and sadness in my mouth. Anyway. So back to Tiger being the GOAT.
Yeah, and I see on Instagram like I don't know if it's his or PGA's or whatever, but pros like come up to him and ask for tips all the time, and they're like,
yeah,
I remember this one. He's like, how do you? I forget who it was. It wasn't, but it's like one of the top. Maybe Homa goes, well, how do you hit out of this tough grass like on a second cut? And so they like walk off to the driving range where they are, and they just throw a ball down.
Yeah.
And Tiger Woods goes through like, and it's so fucked when those pros talk about like, oh, I just turned this a quarter. I do a little more pressure on my thumb. I lean a little back on my right toe. I think it goes like 250 yards.
I know it's.
The guy goes, oh, that's how you do it. And then Tiger's like, you gonna do it? He's like, no, not on camera.
No, exactly. Like there's an Instagram reel going around of a guy having a driving contest with Tiger. Have you seen that one?
Is that at the range?
No, it's on a course, and the guy's like, I'm gonna outdrive Tiger. Like I think he's a pro too, but the guy hits his ball and he fucking crushes it. Like they do the red line and you can see the path and the trajectory and stuff. And Tiger's okay, my turn. Tiger tees up and gets on his fucking knees.
Oh, I've heard about this. I haven't seen it.
Dude, and he fucking crushes it.
Yeah.
It is fucking, I was just like, I was so sad for myself. Just me as a human. Just me as a human. Because I know, like, we've got a golf game coming up in August, and I know you and
you're gonna golf. You told us last year, I'm gonna golf more this year. I'm gonna golf more this year.
I'm not gonna.
Good plan. We know how this ends up.
Well, so I was going. I'm going to for sure, but I was like, I was at physio and Cairo last week.
Mm-hmm.
And my fucking chiropractor's like, okay. It's like, seriously though. He's like, you're getting thicker. I'm like, I know. I said, I can't change. I said, I'm just fat. He's like, nope, it's not fat. You're thick. And I'm like, I got to golf this year. And he's like, oh yeah, you can't golf like this. I was like, what? He's like, you need to start stretching more. I'm like, I stretch every day. He's like, you do not stretch correctly. I'm like, that is fucking hurtful.
Yeah.
Hurtful.
Yeah.
So I can go to the gym for 2 hours a day without a problem. Fucking love it. That's including cardio. Don't get me wrong. I don't waste my time at the gym, but it's like if you're like, I have a thing on my phone that reminds me every morning and every night, 20 minutes of stretching. I can't do it. It makes me sad.
It makes you sad?
I don't want to stretch. I just want to be limber. I want to be nimble.
I only stretch in the shower. It's true. It's true.
All I pictured was you bending over and opening your asshole.
That's it. That's it. That's all I do.
I was like, I don't know why. Like there was no one there doing anything. I just pictured you like, and it looked like.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I know what it looked like. I've seen it.
No, they look like the Sarlacc pit from fucking Return of the Jedi. Had teeth and a tongue.
Better than Tremors, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, because I have because my bow-leggedness, I have super tight hamstring. Yeah, slightly. Huh. I have super tight hamstrings, like super tight. Like when I go yeah, and they tell me like every time I go to a actual sport doctor, they're like, release your hamstrings, like stop tensing, and I'm like, no, I'm not. No, I am.
I love
I'm
that
not
you said
tensing. A real doctor. Yeah. Well, when I go to a massage therapist, they're like, ooh, these are tight. I'm like, uh-huh. And when I go to a doctor, they're like, you release. They're trying to get a release. I'm like, they're not gonna release.
Yeah. Two finger Jimmy down on 5th and 7th says that fucking I'm fine. Now, mind you, he's not a real doctor.
Yeah. But neither am I.
Why? So the fact that we both had white coats doesn't mean anything. White coat syndrome means something different in our world.
I like how they wear a uniform at Two Finger Jimmy. Yeah, so I started stretching because I had back problems too. But as soon as I stretched enough of my hamstrings, because that's the only thing I stretch, my back problems went away. Majority of them.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
I'm just being like funny because like I do stretch, but like it's gonna take a while. Like my whole goal, I started, I was like, hey, I'm gonna be limber for this golf weekend, and I'm like, hey, why do you have to do it just for golf weekend? Why not live like this? Why not live better? Why not just be better for yourself?
Just be better.
So I sent it my buddy like progress pics because I'm like, I'm fat. He's like, you're not fat. He's like, you have problems. I'm like, oh, that's nice. I'm like, what are they? He's like, we'll come back to this. I'm like, what? And I haven't heard.
You're like, so. Here's my progress. I'm fat. He's like, I can't tell. There's a picture of your dick.
Yeah. He's like, and why is there cum everywhere? And who is that? They do not look happy.
What progress are you talking about?
Yeah. I'm progressing to letting this one out of the fucking bonds. That's a joke, anyone listening. We use humor. None of this is true. Except the stuff about the thing.
Yeah. And then I'm not a doctor.
Feels like something is trying to crawl out of me.
Probably is. You probably have a tapeworm.
I haven't seen one of the cats.
Just sleep with a steak on your pillow and let the tapeworm come out.
What?
That's what my friend was told.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever fucking heard.
Google
and
that.
I talk all day long.
People think that that's a real thing. Google that. That's people think that's a cure for tapeworm. Yeah,
Okay,
I know, right?
Let's talk about stupid things. I thought, did we talk about this before about gum?
I don't know. I'm not psychic.
If you fall, yes, you are. I always know what they're going to say right before they die. When I was a kid, my grandma used to tell me, don't fall asleep with gum in your mouth. And because it'll end up in your hair. Did we talk about this?
No, we did not.
I used to think that it would go like if I fell asleep, it would go from my stomach and come out of my head.
And come out of your head?
Yeah, I didn't figure out that. I didn't figure out that, it'll fall out of your mouth and like, cause it's near your head, it'll end up there. What are you doing there? What is?
I'm putting it back in my mouth.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Can you suck on your finger? Here, let's just get rid of these avatars. Suck on your finger for daddy. Suck on your finger for daddy. Sorry. What? Gum, hair, Tiger Woods, the goat. Golf.
Oh, OJ.
Right.
We gotta talk about OJ.
We didn't kill OJ. That's who we should have killed this year.
Yeah. Do we remember the list?
No.
Hang on, let's just go back. Let's take a little. I got this open. Let me just go back.
I'm doing the backwards thing.
See, Happy New Year.
Sounds like a pigeon on drugs.
It's got to be this one. Okay. Who's gonna die in 2024? I've got Phil Collins, Bruce Willis, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You have Joe Biden, Richard Simmons, and Tiger Woods.
And Simmons is almost dead.
I think he's almost dead. I think
he's almost
someone else.
I did. Richard Simmons is very close to dying. And Joe Biden for sure doesn't make it out of the year.
Yeah, I don't know. He's not looking.
And I don't know, Tiger, man. I don't know. Phil Collins could, I don't know. But okay, let's just talk about OJ. You want to just talk about him for a second?
Yeah.
Now, we know he did it, right?
Well, what's the new thing? The new thing is that his son actually did it, and he took the rap, or he was trying to take the rap.
His son was 4.
So this is what I said. I'm like, they can't be. OJ's son couldn't take it. But I think he actually was like in his 20s.
One of his sons?
Yeah.
Not his son at Nicole.
No, killing his mom. No, it's
well, that's what I thought you meant. I was like, that's dark.
Previous son.
Maybe. I think, and I said this in a group chat that I'm in with some other psychopaths. It's called Fucked Up Memes. We'll just leave it at that. It's on Signal. Yeah. It can't be on anything else. It's with a bunch of people I used to work with. A paramedic that you've met. from a site where we met, actually.
Oh.
Anyways, a bunch of ex-army fucking people. We'll just leave it there. They're fucking fucked. And I love them all very dearly. But one of the memes was the OJ thing. Something about, did he do it? I'm like, what I think happened is I think Bruce Jenner had something to do it because he was always good with knives and cutting things off.
Nice. That's always
See what
a
I
good
did?
one. That's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah. So why don't we call this episode Bruce Jenner Did It? And
Bruce Jenner did it. There we go.
well, because OJ's Chloe's dad.
Yeah. I
Right?
think.
So 100% he is.
She's hot.
Well,
She
now.
got really, really hot.
Yeah. They all
did
are,
good.
unfortunately.
Yeah, they all are.
But if you look at them before plastic surgery, sweet
terrible.
Jesus.
Terrible. And when they were teenagers. Yeah, terrible. But we just said we give props to fighters for getting in the ring and doing their thing. These people did the same thing. But they're
I don't
face.
like as much as people like bug me and I have a judgment, like I can't like fault them for being famous.
Yeah.
Like if somebody were to reach out to us and be like, hey, you two need to do this and we'll guarantee you 5 million right now. We're doing it. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it. We do weird shit for free.
Yeah, we do.
I like that you had to think about it. Everything hit you all.
I was
Like, oh my god!
Bam!
Yeah, it's like a beautiful mind, except a sad existence. That's what we'd call it.
Jason Simpson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I act
He
like I
is,
know who that is.
he is the his son, his original son.
His originals.
Yeah, like his first, the OG son. Yeah, they there's a private investigator who's brought up that he thinks that Jason Simpson did the murdering.
Oh. Everyone calls it a crime of passion because their head was hacked at, but like, I don't know.
That's not how I express my passion, but whatever. Everyone's got their own.
My experience in crimes of passion show that. I don't know, man. The trial of the century. It was fucking so amazing. Like just to watch it, I was just like, this is fucking crazy.
It was wild. I remember I was in LA when the Bronco was chased.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was in Malibu with staying with my aunts.
Oh, that's right.
I was like, oh, that's great.
It was in Malibu.
Used to. So did I.
CP.
Are you coming this way? Are you coming?
I told you this.
Today.
Yeah.
Nice.
Are we seeing each other this week?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Isn't it?
I don't know. Sure. Try to
Yeah.
do a lunch, I guess.
We should. I like that.
Seems like a lot of work.
Yeah, it does.
Anyone who doesn't know us, we're fucking exhausted for a good reason. We live in chaos.
Yeah.
Absolute chaos.
Want a word of the day?
Chaos. Yes. Yes, word of the day.
Succulometer. Succulometer.
Succulometer.
Yeah.
The gay community uses a succuliometer to decide whether the child they have stolen from the straights is good enough to bring over to the gays. The succuliometer.
Oh. That's very quick, by the way. You're like, whatever he says, this is the definition.
I was coming after the gays today for sure. I had a dream last night that they got me, so we're having some fucking flashbacks.
I found out Big Gay John has very racist roots inside his soul last night.
100%.
Let me tell you the story.
Please do.
We're talking about Thailand and Southeast Asia hospital.
Southeast Asia?
Southeast Asia.
What are you telling me about, this in northern BC? You went to Southeast Asia? Okay, sorry. Sorry.
And we get to Vietnam, and I'm like, oh yeah, well, Vietnam's still communist, but it's like a weird communist country where you can have your own business. And Big Gay John goes, no, it's not communist. I'm like, dude, I think between the two of us, I was probably the last one there. I was only there a few years ago.
Has he been there?
Yeah. And he goes,
Are his people allowed there?
Like, I think it's probably death crews now that'll take care of that.
Yeah, 100%.
So he looks it up, and it's obviously communist, and we're sitting there looking at him, and he goes, oh, but they were so nice.
What?
And I go, what do you mean? He goes, well, they're communist. I'm like, so did you just say because they're communist, you thought they were going to be mean? Do you understand that's like a generalization and basically the root of racism? And he's like, well, like Russians. I'm like, what are you talking about?
I don't think that's racism.
No, Russians aren't nice because they're communist. I think that's
not racism, though.
That's politicalism.
It's definitely not racism. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm sitting here waiting for him to call somebody a gook. And you're like, no. I think it's based on their political beliefs.
Yeah. No, I think if you just assume a generalization on someone for anything, it might not be
That's
racism.
Not racism.
No. But same thing, different cause. Does that make sense? Like,
well, it's gonna have to.
Like the gays. Like,
it's gonna have to. It's gonna have to make sense because I can't. I'm lost as to what we're trying to do here.
So succulent.
A succulometer.
Baby's getting scared. Baby's getting scared.
You had me and I was there and I was going with you and then I was like, no, I can't. So, but anyway,
you don't like gays. What is that? I know it's not racism. It's.
Who said I don't like them?
No, I know. But if someone was to not like gays, I don't know who wouldn't.
I love that we both know the word we're looking for, but neither of us can find it.
I don't know what it is. What is it called? Hate. No.
It's hate.
It's hate.
It's cultural.
Yeah.
It's a cultural thing.
Appropriation? No.
Cultural. No. Appropriation is if we were stealing children and making them straight. That's cultural appropriation. Like if we went around all the gay communities and grabbed their kids and be like, no. I believe that's actually what they had those camps for.
Schools.
Yeah.
And camps.
Reconditioning.
And holes in the ground.
Reconditioning.
Grooming. Yeah.
So yes,
suckling me.
I love that you're like, he's a racist. He's actually not.
He's a generalist.
He's a
I'm
thief.
gonna think of the word. He's stealing babies. He has a sucklometer.
He does. Yeah. The sucklometer is every gay man's cock.
Wow.
Look at you. You're like, I've waded in too deep.
that baby's going to the gay side.
The trick is to get them before they've ever had a fucking nipple in their mouth.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Because once you go nipple, you never go black.
No.
Black.
Black? That's racist. And yes, I did say gook earlier. If anyone was like, did he really say it? Yep, I did.
Isn't that a flavor of ice cream?
It is gook. Tastes like bamboo and sweat. What flavor is that? Gook.
There's some racist terms are hilarious. I don't know who made them. Dumb people made them up. That's what it is.
Oh, for sure. It was some drunk person sitting there going, I don't know what to call that different one.
Yeah.
Like some of the names don't make sense.
No.
Nip means I don't.
Nippon. It's from Japanese.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. That was easy. I'm gonna.
That one actually did make a little sense.
I love that you're like, wait, let me get my Rolodex of racist terms. I will tell you where these came from.
Is this on my left arm or my right arm? Where did I write it?
I guess gook is the name of the sound their head made when they popped off when they're using a fucking chokehold. maybe.
Maybe. That was deep.
How did we get banned? Well, Shakey finally went all in on the racism. He avoided for 4 seasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bad things are happening. We talked about the hot girl already. I think it's the Kardashians.
Oh. It means a low prostitute.
Gook?
Yep.
A low prostitute.
Yeah. I don't know what a low prostitute means either. I need to define that.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Oh,
Marines used it for Haitians.
things are coming out of me.
Oh, nice.
You're lucky you're not here right now.
I feel lucky.
Can you hear how stuffed up I am? My nose has gone into self-defense and has plugged itself at this point. It has. I was fine. And like, I've been sitting in this office and like leaking. I'm seeping. Should have a confined space permit.
Yeah.
Don't feel good. This is getting worse.
Oh,
what?
do you want to do hottie of the week?
Kardashians.
Oh, yeah, it's a good call.
Let's talk about them. They're all hot.
That was it. Done. Okay, moving on.
No, they are. They're all hot. And they're
Even
and
the
like you
mom.
can't. What's that?
Even the mom?
Oh yeah, I'd do Kris Jenner for sure.
Yeah.
She's probably the dirtiest of them. Anyone who could pimp their children out like that
Yeah.
and like make them sleep with other races.
Oh my god. Oh god.
What? I'm shocked. I'm just as shocked.
Bye bye.
No, hear me out.
Oh, yeah.
Hear me out.
This is one we want to explain.
Hear me out. I don't mean that negatively. I'm just saying, like, it's like not scared to, think outside the box, as it were.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
We had a suggestion from Bombastic.
Oh, did we? Bombastic.
Thank you. I did it on purpose.
I know you did. That's great.
She said Fran she said, if you know, you know. She said Fran Dresser or Janice on Friends. Janice on Friends is pretty hot. Fran Dresser is pretty hot too.
What's the question?
I just said a hottie.
Oh,
Hottie.
Fran Drescher for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Fran
shit
Drescher.
talk.
No, I think I like it. Oh, do me, daddy, do me. Do me, daddy.
Okay, yeah, it is hot. You're right.
Right? I love that you're going to be like, wait until your wife's asleep and like put shit up her nose so she's nasally
Helium.
for a week. Helium. The lights are going out. No.
Right.
Yeah, no. Easily Fran Drescher.
That's good.
Although I think Janice was a bit more of a whore.
Yeah, she had.
'Cause she ran through the crew. Like she did Joey and Chandler. Oh, and Ross. No, not she did Chandler and Ross.
Did she do really?
She did Ross when Ross went out, got drunk, and
that's
ended
right.
up with
Yeah,
her.
yeah. That's right. Oops.
Yeah.
Eskimo Brothers.
I don't think you're allowed to say Eskimo anymore.
Well, on this episode, you are.
What are you talking? I'm staying away from one word and one word only.
Ooh, don't say that word.
Yeah,
Eskimo.
I've been given the pass on that one.
On Eskimo?
No.
Oh.
On so the word the word I love that I'm not allowed to use is a great word, but the word that everybody wants to pass on, I have a pass on, but I can't publicly use it.
Yeah.
I can only use it in certain areas.
Like Nazi bars.
It's not kike.
You didn't get a pass for that one. That's not.
No,
a
I
pass.
didn't. But who gives a fuck?
I think I gotta change the title of this one.
What?
Bruce Jenner did it with racism.
Yes. No, here's the deal. It's not racist if you're attacking a culture. It's racist if you're attacking a color. Now, I don't think anyone of a different color is stupid. I think they're just a different color. I think some cultural fucking decisions are retarded, but that's theirs and not mine.
Yeah.
But we're not getting into that. And let's be fair, any of the words that we've used or any of the words we will use, we didn't make the word up.
No.
And if we just want to have a conversation about it, we should be allowed to use the word to talk about it.
Yeah.
Because how, okay, so
who was it? If you can't talk about it.
Who is the comedian that said that about the N-word? Saying the N-word is worse than saying the actual word.
Yeah.
Was that Tom Segura?
It might have been him. Or it might have been Bird, actually.
It's somebody. It's pretty.
It was recent. Someone funnier than us.
They're not funnier. They just happen to be more famous. I don't think anyone's funnier than anybody. I think some people just fucking are in the right place at the right time. I don't want to go do stand up. I don't want to go stand in front of a bunch of people for $10. I'm sorry, I'm not that passionate about it.
Yeah.
Like all these guys, man, I did 400 shows last year, like $10 a pop. Okay, like good for you. That's great.
Yeah, we did 400 podcasts for no money.
Nothing. Thank God we have a sponsor.
Yeah, there we go. Want to talk about our sponsor to close up this show?
I'd like you to talk about our sponsor.
Okay.
In my head, I saw a cartoon. You put his hands behind his back and kick a rock. Shucks. Okay, I'll talk about it. And fuck off.
Okay. We got. Everyone needs to go to getongear.com or our new website, getjudgepodcast.com.
Getjudgepodcast.com and getongear.com. Yes. Getongear.com. It is a
clothing that can cover your body.
How come the company never made money? You should have heard the pitch, man. You get some clothing there and you put it on your stuff. You don't get the feelings.
It protects you from the feelings.
From the feelings. This is feeling protecting clothing. Get On Gear is Gear Enterprises. They're a clothing company out of Canada. They're working on gym stuff. They do some outdoor styles. They do motorsports. It's a lifestyle brand. They're up and coming, just getting off the ground, and they decided to partner up with us and give us some sponsorship. So at some point we'll be repping some gear clothing on the podcast, and maybe have
we could get it at the avatar. Maybe we get the avatar with gear clothing.
I'm going to let you set the table on that one.
Yeah.
I guess you came up with an idea just now, and I knew as you said it, you're like, fuck me.
Yeah. How's that going to work?
You're the techie guy, so good luck.
Yeah. I'm just going to draw it on my screen.
But, they're, like I said, they're new. They're out of Canada. They're pretty good. And they're just getting
good
started,
quality.
So.
It's good quality.
Good quality stuff. Check them out. Getongear.com and getjudgepodcast.com.
Yeah. All right. The website's up and running.
We don't know what it does, but it's there.
You can go right to our podcast from there.
Yeah. That's amazing. Jakey surprised me.
That's amazing. It's great.
It's the first website of its kind. You go directly to the podcast. Holy fuck, did I sound like a hillbilly? Wait, now walk me through this. You go to the website,
and then you go to the podcast, and then you get
all in one step,
and it protects your feelings.
Get on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Wanna judge anyone to finish this one out?
You know what? I want to judge Dana White.
Oh. That came out of nowhere.
Well, and I want to do a positive spin on it, because last night people were like,
some positive judgments.
Well, you can do positive judgments.
You're a dick. but you're a nice dick. Like, I'd suck it.
You're nice and thick. Bring that suckometer over here.
Let's go find some babies.
Goodbye.
Well, you're not going to talk about Dana Carvey?
You can't date a Carvey. I love that the inner fucking you just came out. Talk about Garth. Talk about Garth.
What did he do?
Showing.
We, pardon this interruption, as legal counsel for the Shakey and Jakey Get Judged podcast show, we must inform you as a listener that the opinions, comments, and subject matter of this podcast do not in any way reflect the opinions of those that matter. In fact, we would like to state on the record that the opinions and comments of this show are from the twisted minds of the creators only, and in no way should this show be taken seriously. The fact that you have listened this long does, however, reflect that you as a listener are in dire need of a therapist. In the meantime, please move on with your life while always judging Shakey and Jakey. Thank you for tuning in. This concludes your therapy session of the Shakey and Jakey Get Judged podcast show.